confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. On third down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Hey, Haywood!
On 1st and 10, Herbert. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
A gain of 10 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first down carry for Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Chopper!
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
218, chop.
On 1st down, Barkley. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
80 weapon.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open target. Here's Darius Slayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Go! Hey, ready?
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Rosas' kick is good. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Check 56. Check.
On second down, Cook. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On the ground, it's Cook. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He's going to float this over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now Saquon Barkley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Flushed out right, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, no, easy. Crunch. Check. Hey, flipper. Check 31. He's checking. Hey, flipper.
Cousins on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Hey, watch that. Check it, yo. 51.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
First down, Vikings.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you watched a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Gun.
From the 31, Cousins. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
61, matchbox, light.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Gun.
Play action now. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch. Protein spill.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Yo. Hey, can't.
Again, it's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They run, Cook, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Off the play fake. Herbert. Looking for Shepard deep. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Gun.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. They run again on first down. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Herbert. It's hauled in by Shepard. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. O'Shane Ximines. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
First down, Minnesota.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Tighten up, top 61, matchbox lights. Slam, slam, slam. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Through. All right,
They run it again with Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw, Cousins, and Walker has it. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down.
Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. It's caught inside the 25. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen, 47 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Done.
Throwing, Cousins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 13 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer.
31. Vikings 21.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert. Got a man, Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
Go, Jack now.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him 16 yards on the play. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He'll have another 1st down and more. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 41 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Giants, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all ground. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Keep it flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?